Hi everyone. Today is Monday, August the 29th, 2022. And today I would like to explain the concept of price stability. Now, why am I explaining this concept? So many of you may have already listened to Fed Chair Jerome Powell's speech made at Jacksonville, Wyoming on Friday, August 26th. I did record an interpretation for the layperson about his speech on Saturday. However, there are two concepts that he used these nice American metaphors like price stability, and another one that I'll go into in a future video, but I want to keep this one short. So, what is price stability? One of my friends asked me, "Hey, don't we want price stability?" So I said, "Okay, what do you think is price stability?" "Oh, all this inflation, like everything is rising. We want it to be stable, right? We want those prices to come down." Okay, and therein lies the difference in the way we think and the way bankers think. So, when you think about, as a consumer, when you think about the concept of price stability, you think your consumer price, right? That's not what he's talking about. He is talking about the producer price, right? That's a PPI, producer price. And what are in economics? There's an equation where you define what things contribute, what are the factors that contribute to pricing, and primarily there are two. One is the material cost, right, and then the other one is the labor cost. That's basic logic, right? If I tell you, oh yeah, make a table, well, yeah, I need the wood, I need the stuff, I need the fuel that'll go into that, and I need the human who will make it, or the machine if it's automated enough, right? But failing the machinery technology development just yet, you will need labor input. So when Jerome Powell is talking about price stability and restoring price stability, what he's actually talking about is smashing the commodity prices. And they can do that very easily with the commodities exchange, with the futures market, where one contract of physical commodity, metal or material, can give you the rights to like hundreds, or in some cases even thousands of contracts, right? So, wow, there's a drone flying right there. That's wild. All right, Jesus. Okay. So anyway, so that's how you can not you, but if you have enough participant power, let's say, you can smash down the commodities price by selling short paper contracts on which no actual physical is delivered, right? Which is where you need to really read your fine print when it comes to purchasing contracts of metals or commodities, where the actual thing is what's more, it's more useful to buy the actual thing versus trading the paper contract of a thing. Okay, that's one component of it. The second component of it is the labor, right? And that means trying to bring down salaries of people, or basically bring down the cost that a company, a producer, a business, an employer will have to pay to labor. And how are they going to reduce that in an environment of external inflation where the government is doing its part to make things looser, for people in need, which again, that's a hot button topic, right? Depends on where you reside on that. it's always, people are pro something when they're the recipient. So I'll leave that there. However, while the federal, so the fiscal, which is like the government side, is increasing its what they call transfer payments, which actually increases inflation, because inflation is the proliferation of currencies into currencies backed by nothing into existence. That's actually what is true inflation. So while governments are doing that by way of fiscal policy, by way of monetary policy, which is the banking side of things, they are trying to tighten, and in tightening and so-called increasing the interest rate, what they're trying to do is making it harder for employers, companies, etc., who generally all of them have some level of debt, making it harder for them to service their debt, and increasing the expense line item because of that. Now, when you do that, a company or an employer will automatically want to lay off workers. And if they do that, then you have a depression. If and that's where he said, households and businesses will face some pain. Yeah, that's what he means by that. So that's what I wanted to say about price stability. Okay, stable prices for the company where they have to pay less for their employees, not where they have to pay less for their debt servicing, on loans they take, that businesses take, etc. Yeah. So that's what. And then there's another. I'm going to link that article. I took a screenshot also of it. There's this other article by the ECB, that's the European Central Bank, where they do a really good job of defining price stability and talking about what some risks are and what some alternatives are, and that's also very fascinating stuff, because essentially what they say is that lowering prices, so they have the kind of opposite view, or not opposite view, they have the view that all central banks have, some just a more opaquely transparent about it. They say that lowering prices is not consistent with price stability. Do you see that? So lowering prices is not consistent with price stability, which means they want the end user prices to be high, but they want the labor expense from that to be low. So what is the difference going to be from? The interest expense that a business would have to pay to the central banks. Sounds like a win-win to me. Win-win-win for them. For us, it's all, again, it depends on where you stand. Okay, so that's all about price stability. I will make a couple more, because one that's really in my mind also that I want to make is on the federal funds rate, because a lot of people misunderstand that as well. Okay, thanks for listening. Take care. Bye.